Hello. This is an exclusive message for those who have gotten sessions from me for Etsy for the week of the first day of this week was January 7th. So thank you guys so much for being a part of the Sinfelt Life community. More than likely you purchased a session from me from Etsy. And so here are just some messages. And I just want to say a thank you to you all. This is actually also today's the new moon in Capricorn, and so this energy is really asking us to tap into our heart's desires and allowing them to come forth in real life. Like it's really possible for them to be real in our lives and to manifest in our lives in the physical realm when we were dealing with this Capricorn energy. So I was called to do this session, so we're going to go ahead and do it. I also did a pick a card session for the new moon. This will be different. This will be just for us, and I think I will only put it on my website. Okay, I don't know if you can hear those crackles, but they've been crackling all day. Okay, so I have an incense burning, and this is a Ganesha incense, and this is something that allows us to break up some blockages. And as I was preparing for our session, I like to meditate before I do sessions. I was getting the energy of some of us really dealing with the energies of other people surrounding us, and it's the ones that we love and care for so much. And at the end of the day, your most trusted companion can place energy on you, place their own fears on you, or express their own fears on you in a way that you feel like you have to be responsible for them, even though you already have understanding and a knowing of what is right and true for you. So I want us to break the blockage today of when we are feeling anxious based on other individuals' ideas of their truth and what's happening in life. You can stay within yourself, stay within your oneness, stay within your divine truth, no matter what. Even when what they're saying makes sense, right? In the physical realm, sometimes things just are like, okay, I know deep inside this is all going to work out, but I just don't know how. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I know that it is. And they're like, giving to you straight, giving it to you raw, and you're just like, oh, I hear you, but Spirit has told me over and over and over again, like things are gonna work out in both of our favor, in my favor. I want us to release the opinions of others. I was also drawn to these cards, so first of all, I want to say thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to your spirit guides, your God, your highest self, for allowing us to do these sessions together. I also want to say that thank you for accepting this Reiki. Thank you for entrusting me to do this with the energy that is yours. Know that Reiki energy can only be for your highest and greatest good. And when I do the Reiki, it only goes to each of you as individuals. It's never like just one mass of energy going to each and one of you. What I do is allow your highest self, your God, your divine team, your answers, whatever you may believe in, to take control of the session. And the life force energy has a higher intelligence greater than we can ever comprehend as humans, right? Our highest selves can comprehend it though, and it knows exactly where it needs to go in your body. And so I allow that to happen. I use Reiki symbols as well to send the Reiki, and so those have been drawn out already for our session. Okay, I'm going to ask Spirit, are these two cards for us? They are. Okay. So listen to you guys' heart. There's multiple possibilities that can come for 24. That's so interesting. And then this is 11/24. So your heart chakra is playing a major role. Our emotions are playing a major role here, and they're in a positive way. And there's so many different possibilities that can happen. The universe has multiple possibilities, and so when we are looking to life to, like, tell us exactly what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, that can be challenging, because it's almost like we're limiting ourselves for things to happen in a specific way. Like, oh, you need to do it right now, because if you don't do it now, then it's not going to work out. For this group, that is not possible. They're look at this door on the ground. Like, that is so different. Like, it's like one that you just would never expect. And then there's some doors that are closed because it's not supposed to happen that way. Your divine team doesn't want it to happen that way, and that's okay. So trust your process. Trust your higher understanding as you're going along in your journey, because it's not always going to go the way that you expect it to go, okay? So first I'm going to read the heart chakra for us. So it says, love, compassion, and self-acceptance. So Raphael extends a beautiful green energy surrounded by gentle pinks, waves of pink, to your heart center. This card upright indicates that you now have a greater readiness to receive love from others as well as from yourself. It could also indicate that a much needed healing from a previous broken heart is taking place. The tender vibrations of Raphael remind you to encourage yourself with a compassionate self-talk that you desire to hear from others. Know that as you do, the light from your heart will shine with an irresistible beauty, and the universe will send people and situations that cause your sense of love and support to grow and grow. And so, yeah, Spirit is really asking us to listen to ourselves, listen to our hearts, and to speak that to us, speak that positivity, speak that knowing of everything working out, speak that love into ourselves, and not allow things from our past or even loved ones now to influence our hearts anymore. We are healing. Though some of us went through some heartbreak, we are healing that heartbreak, and as we are loving in ourselves, appreciating our divinity, that allows for more like-minded, more positive things into our life. And so there's many unconsidered options in our life. So sometimes we're so stuck in one thing, and Spirit is like, no, there's multiple ways that it can happen. There's multiple ways that things can come to pass. So sometimes the force of habit keeps you stuck and unaware of potentially healthier and happier choices in your hand. Yet every moment gives you the option to open a different door and take a different course, whether it's your thoughts, behaviors, or major life decisions. The adjacent possibilities card is here to tell you that you have many options, and it's time to take a wider look at things. As you consider the many life choices, you'll feel more and more empowered and motivated to make the decisions that bring happiness, strength, and forward motion. In terms of your goals, this card can indicate unknown and previously unconsidered ideas. Perhaps there's a marketing tool you haven't thought of, a connection you haven't tapped, or even an entirely different direction that will be more suited to you. Be conscious, be aware, and be flexible, and willing to take a new and different action now. Yeah, Spirit is really agreeing with you that life may not pan out in the way that you might not even realize is possible, but especially those around you that you love and care about. Those possibilities are expanding for us, you guys, especially within this week, or whenever you read this or hear this. This is a time when our energy is allowing us to have possibilities beyond what we thought possible, in a very positive light. So be open, be expansive, do not restrict yourself, okay? And this Ganesha incense that I'm burning is really allowing us to break from our blockages in the past. Okay. I'm also really getting the feeling of being quiet. Okay. Some of us are walking away. Some of us are walking away. I'm gonna see if this card is for us. Is this card also for us? Yeah. Yeah. This is interesting. Some of us were in something binding and now it's time to let it go. And the binding contract could have been a karmic cycle. You know, it could have been something where you did not even allow the possibilities to come to fruition. You didn't even expect them to happen, or you didn't expect beautiful things to happen in your life. Your thoughts have been so not heart-centered that you didn't even allow all the possibilities to happen. But now you're walking away from that. You're going through a different door and you're looking back a little bit, but your contract is now over. That karmic cycle is now over. What once was binding for you is no longer there. And this might be a marriage. It could be a friendship. It could be a literal contract. But it's okay, because now you're open to different possibilities. And so right now, I'm going to go to our third eyes, because I want us all to be able to listen to our higher selves, listen to making the decision that feels right to us. And during this time, the energy is really good for you to write down what you want to have in life, and then also write down how you want to feel. And so this card talked about how your expectations or the possibilities are ones that are going to make you happier. And I'm paraphrasing, the more fulfilled. And so think about that as you're walking away, as you're letting go of these contracts that once were. How do you now want to feel, especially when it comes to fear? Fear is popping up in your life. Okay. And then allowing your higher self to guide you towards that. And so that's what we're doing here at the third eye. Thank you. And I'm just feeling a thank you and appreciation, because we are guided. And there is some fear here that we aren't. Some of us are concerned that we won't know the way. And I understand that feeling. But we are guided. You are guided. You are guided. I'm hearing this song like, I don't know if you guys know who Solange is, but it's a song called Tony. And it's like, I would have been in love by now if it wasn't for Tony. And I'm just asking that you all not stay caught up in the past. There's no need to be bitter or frustrated or sad or disgusted. Some of you are disgusted by your past choices. Every path is unique. We are all here to experience life in a way that is unique to us as individuals. And, don't beat yourself up for past choices. It really helps you to accept what is to come, the beautiful opportunities that are to come, and for you to have gratitude about them. Okay, 55. 55 for me is a card of major change and a bold step forward, farther gate. You guys are moving away. Do you see these gates? You're going through a gate. You're going through a portal. You're going through a different place in your life. I'm actually being called to read this card. And so it says, letting go, moving on. This card shows someone walking away from an existing situation. She's closing the gate behind her and is walking away into a misty, unknown fortune. This card upright reveals that it could be time for you to make a similar decision. There may be something you're finished with, perhaps a career, goal, a relationship, or a long-term experience of any kind. The familiarity, oh Lord, I can't say that word. The familiarity of the situation may be enticing, but you're now ready to look at your options on the road ahead. And in reality, an important new beginning is at hand. This card indicates also that now will be a good time to let go of an old habit, emotional pattern, or false belief. No matter how deeply ingrained a negative pattern may be, you now have the power to release it and move on to a freer, healthier way of thinking and relating to yourself and others. Whether it's in the inner or outer world, this card is letting you know that you have the readiness and resources to walk away from the old and move forward now. That is beautiful, you guys. You really are removing yourself from the old patterns and from the old ways of life, the old ways of thinking, old relationships, and starting something fresh, starting something new. And then 55 we get, and for me that always means new beginnings. And so the farther gate, the next experience. So when this card shows up, it is a clear call to lift your eyes to the horizon and begin to walk towards your future. You are marching in place right now, stirring the dust but not getting anywhere. Trust that your forward movement will lead you to a new destination you have already set for yourself, but perhaps forgotten or neglected because your everyday busyness. The farther gate comes to tell you that an ending is at hand and that you can leave the old behind. Leave it, peel it away like an old skin you shed. Do not hesitate. Cross the threshold boldly and you will be rewarded. If you continue making time instead of moving, if you continue marking time instead of moving, you will miss the opportunity. The gate is open. The door is open, you guys. The next landscape of your life is within reach, but the window of time to pass it through it grows shorter. Do not dally. The gift of the farther gate is to bring you to the fullest expression of your gifts, perhaps for the first time. It is an invitation to a sacred passage, to new discovery in both great challenges and opportunities. It's not a graduation. There are no rewards other than the exploration itself. You have been a farmer far too long, tilling the heart soul that now bears little fruit for you. Time to put on the explorer hat once again. It's time for new beginnings. It's time to explore. It's time to let go of the old contracts and start something new. It's really that simple. It's very clear. And a lot of us are dealing with heart contracts, things that were once really dear to our hearts. It might be relationships, but it also might be emotions and the way that we have allowed our emotions to control us. So I am going to do some heart chakra work. And Spirit wanted me to say that the Reiki energy is going exactly where it needs to. It's not just going to stay here at the heart chakra. All of our chakras are connected. And so where it needs to flow for each of you individually, it will go. Thank you for being so open to the Reiki and for trusting me to do this with you every morning, every night. Somebody's world might really be flipped upside down. It might be a completely, totally different than you ever expected. And that is something you should not be afraid of. It's something you should not think is a bad thing. Okay. And I know that can't always be easy to hear, but if things are changing and going in a way that you didn't expect, it's okay. It is okay. It's for you. Yeah. New beginnings. New beginnings when it comes to your emotions. Okay. Spirit, what do you have to tell us today? Yeah, you guys are walking away. I didn't even see this card. Yeah, you all are walking away, and letting go of holding on to money and being stingy with your money. You're letting that go. And you're walking away from things that you have gathered in the past. It's time to go away from it. And I just saw 111 from the last card that we read. It was on page 111. So your manifestations are coming to pass. Yeah, you guys are removing yourselves from spending habits, ways of spending money on others as well, um, just to make them happy. It's like some of you guys might have been spending money on others just to make them happy, make them feel fulfilled. And in order to move forward, you have to leave your past behind and live in the present moment. So you can't be living for other people, because when you're too extremely generous, that can lead to financial crisis. So with this card, it's like you are releasing the need to take care of everyone, especially those who might have played a role in terms of your emotions. Okay, so some of you are really letting go of contracts, um, from your past, especially when we see the Eight of Cups here. It's letting us know that you have left seemingly the most suitable behind you to move forward. It could be your job, an old friend, a long-time friendship. Whatever it is, the point of pondering is why it was necessary to leave the old behind to explore new horizons. It reveals your wish to open yourself to new possibilities and accept the change. You perfectly relate to the man on the card, who was well aware of the hardships in the path, but because he has decided to move on, he is not afraid of anything. Similar is the case with you. You're determined to let go and move on. The card also symbolizes the repressed emotions that you are running from. Avoidance adds more pain. Acknowledge your feelings. If you need to walk away from your partner, you need to let them know. If this contract is over for you and you're walking away, don't sneak around it. If you feel like you don't want to spend money on people anymore, don't sneak around it anymore. Let them know, because that will only cause further pain. Obviously, it's time for you guys to walk away in terms of matters of the heart, and that's okay. That's okay, because it seems as though people are not in alignment with you anymore. And I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry to hear that. But everything is going to work out for you all. You're moving to opportunities that are going to lead you to more happiness. And this reading is so specific. If it doesn't resonate, I would suggest looking at hula cards, because those are more general. But this is very specific. It might not be in a relationship. It could also be a partnership when it comes to work. It could be a career or something like that. But we are moving away from what once was. It might even be our own thoughts and ideas, and we're moving forward. And we recognize that this pathway forward it might not always be the easiest path, especially when we're used to doing things the same way over and over and over again. That is okay. You have your divine guidance system. You have your heart chakra that's here for you and is guiding you and allowing you to have love and trust and peace. So before I end this session, I'm just gonna go through each chakra and just feel, is there any energy that needs to be integrated? In the root chakra, definitely I'm feeling some energy here. And I'm hearing the word patience. This is going to be a task, or it's going to be, something that you're going to have to work through. This is just the beginning of a new step. You're on this new journey, new beginnings. So have patience with yourself. Do not think it's just going to teach his own. Everybody's life is different. But when you're starting new things, it takes time to reintegrate and to get into alignment, to figure it out and understand it. Don't think that you have to have it all set in stone and, making sense as soon as you are walking away. You're not necessarily going to know what's to come. So trust your path, okay? I'm going to the sacral chakra. And there's some things that are being removed here for sure, and a lot of love being placed here at your sacral chakra with ease. It's like you guys have decided on this, loving yourself. I'm going to the solar plexus, just so that we have confidence in our new beginnings and trusting in our divine team to bring us there. That was easy. Our heart chakra. Yeah, there's love here and a lot of magic here. Listen to your hearts. There's a lot of warmth here at your heart chakra because you guys have decided to love yourself in a way that allows you to be true to what you believe is good and right for you. Going to your throat chakra. And I just keep hearing the words, love is here, love is here. I listen to Curly Nikki every day. She's really good at just reprogramming the brain, the mind to recognize the power that you have, the opportunity to have peace in your life at all times. And that might be something that you guys can do, whether it's listening to some inspirational podcast or writing things down, listening to a sermon, speaking to yourself in the mirror. I suggest doing some type of repetitive work as you guys are stepping out and moving along your way. It can be confusing and hard and heart-wrenching is the word that I'm feeling. So listen to yourself along the way, okay? I'm going to the third eye. Trust is what I'm hearing. Trust your intuition because you do have guidance here. And lastly, the crown chakra. I heard you don't know. Ooh. Oh, I don't know if you have a lot of people in your ear popping off at the mouth saying things that are, frustrating or hard to hear. Protect yourself. Walk away. You don't have to hear it. No one knows anything. No, we don't. We don't know anything. But your divine knows. Your highest self knows. And you're trusting that and you're believing in that. Don't allow other people's own fears. And that's how this session started. Not allowing other people's fears to be placed upon you. Okay, I'm going to do one last card before we end this session for the week of January 7th. These are healing, I think they're called the healing oracle cards. What do you have for our community, Great Spirit? Vitality. It's green. I am a being of light. I accept the divine energy in my body, and every one of my cells regenerates. Spirit is giving you the strength, the vitality to move forward, to walk away, and it's really heart-based as well. Your body is being healed. Accept the divine energy in your body, and every one of your cells are regenerating. You are a being of light. I'm going to pull 2 more cards for us. I really love that card, especially for those of us who are doing healing work when it comes to the Reiki. Spirit, do you have another card for us? Oh, thank you. I like the card to fly out. Patience for whatever card this is. Patience. Okay. So first we had this unconditional love. My heart is free from resentment towards others. I open the eyes of my heart and discover the light and beauty in every being. I am aware that suffering can cause distress and hurt people. I see the pure child in everyone and practice forgiveness. Yeah, for those of you who are walking away, I felt this earlier. The need to say, don't become bitter, because you have to let that go. Everyone is divine. Everyone has divinity within them. But, see the pureness in them. Be aware that and don't allow yourself to suffer because of this choice. And don't feel bad because of your choice to walk away. Listen to life. I am attentive to the world around me. Signs and symbols guide me to success. I listen and discover the way to be internal. You guys are being guided, no question. Listen to the guidance. Be patient with the guidance, okay? If things don't come out to you as soon as you want them to, don't stress out about that. It'll happen when it needs to, okay? So with that, I just want to say thank you so much for being a part of our community. Blessings to those of you who are going through these changes. You have so many beautiful possibilities, and I know that moving and walking away can be sad. Changing up how you are giving to others can be, it can make you feel bad, but trust your process. Trust your highest guidance. Listen to yourself. You don't know everything, that's okay, but don't allow people to talk down on you for your decisions, because you know what's best for you. You're listening to your heart and you're loving yourself more. Okay? So I'm being told to be quiet, so I will. Many blessings to you. Peace, love, and light to you always. And thank you so much for being a part of this session. I'm going to do just one more aura sweep with the selenite. And then I'm also going to protect us with a Reiki bubble and surrounding us for as long as we need it. Okay. Peace, love, and light